Time to use area denial to allocate survivors to specific areas on the map with Artful, in my opinion, the strongest killer. Let's go over his abilities. Swing, the first actually notable M1 for these reviews. Artful's M1 does 25 damage, which is incredibly powerful, as it lets you kill survivors without really needing abilities a lot of the time, which is really good, obviously. Implement, after a wind-up animation that leaves you horribly vulnerable to stuns, you place on a wall with 75, plus 10 per player, HP that goes down 1 HP a second. Artful can go through his own walls at the cost of 5 health for each time you go through it. This ability can shut down huge areas of maps most of the time, making it harder for survivors to run away from you. And your devastating M1. Your M1 is kind of broken, I'm going to be real. Copyright. After the same wind-up as wall, you place the music blocks, which slows down survivors and reveals survivors that are in its radius. Unlike with walls, this can't be destroyed, but you can only place 4. But this is still really good, as this can shut down a lot of areas which survivors tend to loop. And that's it, because Artful doesn't have a 4th ability, so let's move on to map viability. Map viability is really good for Artful because, well, every map but Tundra has really easy spots that you can just lock down with walls or copyright. Tundra is pretty bad though, so you have to keep that into account. And for mode viability, Artful is really strong in everything but Evil Scary and Gunslinger. In Gunslinger, you can just kind of rush down survivors anyway and probably win regardless, despite all the stunners. And for Evil Scary, you have to play it a little more carefully because, well, you're very vulnerable to just getting killed by Evil Scary, so you have to keep that in mind. But for Double Trouble and One Bounce, you hard carry your team if you play your cards right, which makes Artful incredibly powerful in those modes. Overall, Artful is an incredibly powerful killer due to how busted his M1 is, in addition to how good his base stats are. Solid matchups too, in addition to the fact that you can only really get screwed over by Tundra, and even then you can still win with how powerful your M1 is. Overall, I'd rank him a high-end S tier, which is about as good as you can get in an asymmetrical game without being horribly imbalanced. Anyways, see you next time for Killdroid. Kind of a polar opposite of Artful, but hey, at least he's fun to play. See ya then.